Hi everyone, welcome back to True Mamre. I hope you are all well by the grace of God. If this is your first time, my name is Mamre, a Ghanaian living in the UK. I'm coming to share this video with you once again. This is about a Zimbabwe president interview some time ago by CNN. It was like another shocking one. I can't do anything but to share it with you, and I will show you the video. But before then, like I've been saying all the time, anything that these people give you is not for free. There's always something attached to it. And the LGBTQ, this matter is not from today. It has been there for a very long time. It's just that when our own came into power, when I said our own, Obama, when he came to power, that's when he had a party at the White House, and he make it his agenda to spread it to Africa and the rest, and compulsory. And I can't begin to tell you things about that man. I hope you know a lot, but sometimes what they tell us is not the same thing. That would be a story for another day. But I just don't like betrayers. Let's put it that way. Coming back to the story, the Zimbabwe president was interviewed by Richard something, I can't remember the last name, CNN. And they were questioning about the LGBTQ matters, whether he will accept it, whether he will campaign about it. Can you imagine? Can you imagine telling him to campaign about LGBTQ in his election? Why? And he is also telling the man, we have agenda in our country. We have things, or I have things that my people want. So why should I campaign about things that they don't want? And he was asking, don't you think this is the better idea? Don't you think, in other words, that this is how the West will accept you? Do you want to isolate your country by not campaigning for LGBTQ rights as human rights? It's not, there are a lot of key points in this video, and I want all of us to pick those points one by one and learn something out of it. I will not say much about this video. I don't want it to be too long, but please let us all listen to this video together. It's very irritating though, I must warn you, but let's listen because we are learning. Once again, we have to learn. We have to open our mind and our heart, and so when they are coming, it doesn't matter what they are wearing, we know them. Thank you.
He will not campaign to make gay marriage legal, but he is promising to allow independent observers to monitor Zimbabwe's next election. He spoke with Richard Quest at Davos.
This is the new constitution. In the past, we had no limit terms of leadership in the country. But the current constitution, which came into effect on the 22nd of May 2013, gives limits. Maximum is 2 terms for any president, and I'll abide by that.
So let's not count this term. Let's say you stand for election. Let's say you've got another term. You could be president for the next, 5, 10 years?
It's only 10 years. The first term will be 5 years. Then another term is for 5 years. If I win the elections, that's the basis of how one becomes leader.
And you've already pledged to allow independent monitors from the African Union, from the European Union, and from others to come and monitor the elections.
Absolutely. I have said that this time around, we are going to have fair, free, and credible elections. And to do so, you must open the space for people to come and observe. That is our region, the continent, the EU, and other member states of the United Nations who apply to come and observe our...
I know you're busy with time, and I have a couple of areas I just need to dwell on. On the question of human rights, on the question, for example, of same-sex rights, never mind same-sex marriage or anything like that that might be in the future, for want of a better word, gay rights, the overturning of laws against homosexuality. Can you promise me today that you will do that?
I'm a constitutionalist. The current provision in the Constitution forbids same-sex marriages and uphold that until that issue in our country is not an issue of the political party.
Not same-sex marriage. I'm talking about same-sex relationships. Never mind, we can put marriage to aside. I'm talking about same sexual activity.
In our current Constitution, it is banned.
Are you going to lead a campaign?
No, I will not lead a campaign.
Why not?
Those people who want that are the people who must canvass for such things, so that if they're able to win majority in amending the Constitution, they would amend it. But it's not my duty on that issue to say I want to campaign for this. No.
Of course it is with respect, Mr. President, of course it's your duty. It's your duty to uphold human rights as recognised by the United Nations and as recognised by the countries.
It's my duty to obey my Constitution.
Correct.
I would not be persuaded to violate my Constitution. Currently, my Constitution says what I have said. But the Constitution does not forbid people with different opinions. They must canvass with the opinions which they have.
So I'm asking for your opinion, both as a man and as president. Are you in favour of changing the Constitution on that issue?
No, I am not. It's never a priority in Zimbabwe to deal with that issue. During 2013, when everybody was able to canvass, those who canvassed for that position lost. We go by the majority view of our people. And currently, the majority view is what I am stating.
So you keep Zimbabwe in a different age. Never mind same-sex marriage, but in an age when the European Union, the United States, Australia recently enacted same-sex marriage, and pretty much your country is in a very small minority.
I don't think with my priorities today, I would grow my economy, right? Increase the standard of life of my people, putting that as a priority. Our priority now of my government is to embrace the international community and say Zimbabwe is open for business. Let people who want to invest in Zimbabwe say this is what they want, these are the constraints they see, and this is what I believe is necessary for us to grow, to catch up with some of the developing countries in our world, in our region.
One more on this. I venture to disagree with you, Mr. President.
That's democratic.
Surely, by changing, whether it's on women's rights, gay rights, whatever rights it is, human rights, surely by changing those, you really send the true message that you're not just interested in money coming in for dollars for business, but creating an equal environment for all. Surely that's a much more powerful message than just asking for a bit of extra foreign direct investment.
It's not a question of having dollars in Zimbabwe. It's a question of development. We must have functional railway systems in my country. We must have functional infrastructure in terms of highways and so on. We must have functional manufacturing sector in the country. I must modernize and mechanize my agriculture in Zimbabwe. I must have a developed mining sector in Zimbabwe. These are the things, as far as I'm concerned, are the issues which my people look at for government to address and facilitate for their development so that we catch up with members of the region.
So Zimbabwe will be behind the world, the powerful word to send to the world is to, campaign for LGBTQ. Otherwise, why does he want dollars? Why does he want people to come and invest in his country? And from what I have taken from this video is long time ago, and that's what they are doing to the Uganda, telling the Uganda president. But that man, you cannot fool him because he is prepared. The other African leaders, are they preparing for what is coming? What is coming? Because a day will come if you do not accept those terms and conditions. Like I said before, it's all packaged. It is all packaged. It's wrapped. And you have to take it all or leave it. If you do not accept it, then don't come here and look for dollars. In Africa, we don't speak to elderly people the way he spoke to him. And God bless him. He stood his ground. He knows what is best for his people. And I hope he continue. If later they change, fine, majority wins. For me, my thing is, you can't force things on people. Let them choose their path. Whether it's good or not, let them choose it. Thank you for your time. Like I said, I leave you to just add your opinion to it, and let's all learn from it. God bless you as always, and God bless Africa and its children who will one day be great in future. I'll see you soon. Bye-bye.